Okay, so my name is Ada Feliciano. I am 34, about to be 35. I was raised in a abusive family. My family would hit me, especially my mom and my dad. It was real bad to the point where she cracked my rib, my mom. I turned a certain age and I ran away from home. Once I ran away from home, I never had a place of my own. I got pregnant with my daughter. She came to this world by herself with me. After she was born, we were still moving from shelter to shelter in Pennsylvania. Then after that, I ended up coming to New York. Before I ended up with my brother or anybody else, me and my daughter was in the streets for 2 weeks. We was living in a park on a bench. It was in Bushwick, in one of the parks there. And after that, I made sure that she had food, which was formula, diapers, wipes. I didn't eat for 2 weeks. And I ended up in my dad's house when my daughter was about a couple of weeks, I believe. And then after that, I couldn't stay there because I was scared of the guy that was renting the room in the apartment. So I left with my daughter because I was a mom and I had to make sure that my daughter was safe. My fiance now, he took us in. We was all set. Years passed, my son came in the picture. Once my son was here, certain things happened. So we end up in a shelter together. For 3 years, we was in a shelter. Me that suffers from depression, anxiety, panic attack, bipolar, so much things. It was hard to handle 2 kids in the same area, in the same room. 2 bunk beds, a kitchen, the bathroom. It was like a studio. I had to be a teacher, I had to be a mom, I had to make sure everything was set and done. It was really overwhelming for me. I wanted sometimes to pull my hair out, I wanted to scream, I wanted to cry, but I couldn't because I had to be that person to be strong for my kids. I don't want them to see me crying, I don't want them to see me hurting, because if I hurt, they hurt. 3 years later, everything went to place. I was so surprised that they called me to let me know that I had supporting housing. And from there, I signed my lease and I ended up having my own 2-bedroom apartment. This is the first time that I ever had something that's mine. And I'm glad that it's mine. So people think that people are homeless if they're on drugs or they just don't want to work or they live in the street. Being homeless is regular. It's nothing to be ashamed about. It's nothing to be feel guilty about. It could be anyone. It could be a mom, a single mom. It could be someone like you, someone regular, someone that's still working and still look nice but still lives in the shelter. I was homeless. Everybody thought that, oh, but you don't look homeless. What you mean by that? Why? Because I'm looking nice and I am homeless. I've been living in the shelter for 3 years. For all the single mothers out there, I know it's really, really, really hard to have 1, 2 kids or more, and you're raising them by yourself or doing everything that's possible for your kids. I just don't want you to give up. Even if you're in a shelter, don't give up. Have hope, have faith. So for people that wants to help, listen to the story of everybody. Join the community, be part of it. Don't be in the shadow. Because for a person like myself, I had a lot of help in my life, especially when I was in the shelter. So just be part of each other. Be there. If you even want to vent, let them just vent. Talk. Just Just that little action does a lot. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it helps all the moms out there. God bless.